Discipline is the first step toward building stronger muscles because without it, no training plan, no diet, and no motivational speech will matter. It is discipline that wakes you up when the alarm rings, that pushes you to put on your workout shoes when you feel lazy, and that brings you to the gym even when your body is tired. Many people think muscles are built with heavy weights alone, but the truth is, muscles are built through the habit of showing up again and again. Without discipline, the strongest plan falls apart before it even begins. When you think about athletes, bodybuilders, or anyone with a strong and powerful physique, it is not just their workout that created their body. It is the discipline that carried them through years of effort. They trained when no one was watching, they ate properly when others were careless, and they stuck to routines that most people would quit after a week. This discipline is what separates those who only dream about muscles from those who actually build them. Discipline means choosing the harder path when the easier one is available. It is easy to sit at home and skip the workout, but discipline tells you that skipping today will cost you tomorrow. It is easy to eat junk food and enjoy the quick taste, but discipline reminds you that your body will suffer from that choice. Discipline is the voice in your head that tells you to stay true to your goals, even when your feelings try to push you away from them. Muscle growth is not about random effort. It is about structured consistency, and that consistency is built through discipline. If you only train when you feel motivated, your results will disappear as quickly as your mood changes. But if you train with discipline, you create a routine that continues whether you feel excited or not. Discipline turns fitness from a wish into a lifestyle. A disciplined mindset changes how you see challenges. Instead of looking at a heavy barbell and saying, "I can't," discipline tells you, "I will try." Instead of quitting when the workout burns, discipline tells you that the burn is the sign of growth. Every rep done with discipline is not just a physical act. It is a mental victory that builds strength inside and outside the gym. Discipline also keeps you away from inconsistency. Many people start strong, but after a few weeks they disappear. They miss one session, then two, and before they realize it, they are back at zero. A disciplined person understands that missing workouts is like breaking the chain of progress. Even if life is busy, they will make time. Even if they are tired, they will do something. It is discipline that ensures they never fully stop. Discipline builds trust within yourself. When you promise yourself that you will train today and you actually do it, you build a reputation with your own soul that you are reliable. This trust in yourself is powerful because it proves to you that you are capable of keeping your word. And once you keep that word in fitness, it becomes easier to keep it in every other area of life. Discipline is also about small choices that may seem unimportant, but together create the big result. Drinking enough water, sleeping on time, stretching properly. These are not glamorous, but they are essential. A disciplined person treats these habits with seriousness because they understand that strength is built from the details. Muscles are not only the result of lifting iron. They are the result of disciplined daily habits that support the lifting. In the gym, discipline is seen in the way you finish your sets, even when they feel endless. It is seen when you respect proper form instead of cheating to lift more weight. It is seen when you control your rest times instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone. Discipline is the quiet force that shapes the quality of your training, and quality always wins over quantity. At the core, discipline is what keeps your fitness journey alive. Motivation may spark the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. Anyone can feel motivated for a day, But only the disciplined person will continue for months and years until the body transforms. Discipline is not just the foundation of muscle, it is the foundation of success in fitness and in life. Muscles do not grow by accident, they grow by being challenged beyond what they are used to. This principle is called progressive overload, and it is the engine behind all strength and muscle growth. If you lift the same weight, do the same number of reps, and follow the same routine every week, your body will simply adapt and stop changing. The only way to force growth is to gradually increase the demand you place on your muscles, making them stronger step by step. Progressive overload doesn't always mean adding heavy plates to the bar every session. It can be as simple as doing one more rep than last week, adding 5 extra pounds to the dumbbell, or even slowing down your tempo to increase the time under tension. These small adjustments send a powerful signal to your muscles that they are not strong enough yet and must grow to meet the new demand. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when your muscles are forced to stretch beyond their limit. When you look at someone with strong and well-developed muscles, you are looking at years of consistent progressive overload. They didn't start with heavy weights. They built up to them through patience and persistence. The beauty of this principle is that it works for everyone, whether you are a beginner starting with light dumbbells or an advanced lifter pushing heavy barbells. As long as you challenge your muscles beyond their current capacity, growth will follow. Progressive overload also protects you from the trap of stagnation. Many people train hard for the first few months, but then they stop seeing results because they never change the intensity of their workouts. They keep lifting the same weights, running the same distances, or following the same routines, and the body no longer sees a reason to improve. By applying progressive overload, you ensure that your muscles are always adapting, always working, and always growing. Another powerful aspect of progressive overload is how it builds confidence. When you look back and realize that the weight you struggled with 3 months ago now feels light, you understand that progress is real. That barbell that once intimidated you is now a warm-up, and that realization gives you the belief that you can push further. It is proof that effort over time brings tangible results, and that belief fuels your drive to keep moving forward. Progressive overload is not about reckless jumps or ego lifting. It is about structured growth. Adding too much weight too quickly can lead to injury, which sets you back rather than pushing you forward. The real power lies in steady, gradual increases that your body can adapt to safely. Even a 2-pound increase can trigger growth if applied consistently. Small progressions, compounded over time, create massive transformations. The beauty of progressive overload is that it teaches patience. In a world where people want results overnight, this principle reminds you that muscle building is a slow process. You may not see dramatic change after 1 week, but when you steadily apply overload over months, your body begins to look and feel completely different. It is a quiet process, but when the results show, they are undeniable. Applying progressive overload also keeps training exciting. Instead of going to the gym and repeating the same thing endlessly, you go in with a mission to beat your last performance, even if only by 1 rep or 1 small plate. This mindset transforms training from a routine into a challenge, and every session becomes an opportunity to prove that you are stronger than yesterday. That constant challenge keeps the fire alive inside you. It also creates discipline outside the gym. When you apply progressive overload, you realize that progress in life, like in fitness, is not about giant leaps but small, consistent steps. Just as you add a little weight each week to grow your muscles, you add small improvements to your habits, your mindset, and your work. Over time, these small efforts add up to extraordinary achievements. The gym becomes not only a place to train your body, but also a classroom where you learn the laws of progress. Ultimately, progressive overload is the language of growth. Your body listens to the stress you place upon it, and if the stress never changes, your body will never change. But if you demand more from it, little by little, it has no choice but to adapt. That adaptation is strength, that adaptation is muscle, and that adaptation is the reward of consistent effort. Progressive overload is not a trick. It is the timeless truth of building a stronger body. No matter how hard you train in the gym, your muscles will not grow if you don't fuel them properly. Nutrition is the foundation upon which your strength and size are built. Every rep you do, every set you complete, and every workout you finish tears down your muscle fibers. To rebuild them stronger and thicker, your body needs the raw materials: protein, carbohydrates, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. Without these building blocks, your body cannot repair and grow at the level you want it to. Protein is the cornerstone of muscle growth. It provides the amino acids that rebuild the tiny tears in your muscle fibers after training. Every time you complete a workout, your muscles send a signal to your body. We need to repair and we need to grow. Without enough protein, that repair process falls short and your progress slows down. Whether you get it from lean meat, eggs, fish, or plant-based sources, consistent protein intake is non-negotiable if you want to build muscle. Carbohydrates play an equally important role because they are your body's main source of fuel. When you lift weights, your muscles burn through stored glycogen, which comes from carbohydrates. If your glycogen stores are empty, you will feel sluggish, weak, and unable to train at your best. By fueling yourself with quality carbs like rice, oats, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables, you give your body the energy it needs to push through intense workouts and recover afterward. Healthy fats are often overlooked, but they are essential for muscle growth and overall health. Fats regulate hormones like testosterone, which plays a major role in building strength and muscle mass. They also provide long-lasting energy and support the absorption of vitamins. Sources like nuts, seeds, olive oil, and avocados ensure your body is fueled for the long haul, not just for the moment. Balance is key. Too little fat weakens your system, but the right amount empowers your body. Hydration is another pillar of nutrition that cannot be ignored. Muscles are made up largely of water, and dehydration reduces performance, slows recovery, and even increases the risk of injury. Drinking enough water keeps your joints lubricated, your muscles functioning smoothly, and your energy levels high. Many people underestimate the power of proper hydration, but it is often the missing piece that can make or break a workout. Timing also matters. Eating the right foods at the right times can accelerate your progress. Consuming protein and carbohydrates after a workout gives your body the tools it needs to begin the repair process immediately. A post-workout meal or shake can make the difference between average recovery and optimal recovery. Similarly, eating balanced meals throughout the day ensures your body always has the nutrients it needs to grow. Consistency in nutrition is just as important as consistency in training. One healthy meal will not build muscle, just as one workout will not transform your body. But day after day, when you provide your body with proper fuel, the results accumulate The combination of steady training and steady nutrition creates a powerful synergy that transforms your physique over time. Missing one meal may not matter, but a pattern of neglecting nutrition will always show in your lack of results. Nutrition also builds discipline and self-control. It's easy to give in to junk food cravings, but choosing nutrient-dense foods teaches you to prioritize your goals over short-term pleasure. Every time you choose a meal that fuels your body instead of one that slows you down, you reinforce the mindset of an athlete. This mental discipline becomes part of who you are, shaping not only your body but also your character. The gym might be where you tear your muscles down, but the kitchen is where you build them back up. Training without proper nutrition is like building a house without bricks. No matter how hard you work, the structure will not stand. Every bite you take is either a step toward your goals or a step away from them. When you realize that nutrition is not a side note but a main driver of your progress, you begin to treat every meal as part of your training. Ultimately, nutrition is the bridge between effort and results. It transforms your hard work into muscle, energy, and strength. Without it, your progress stalls. With it, your body responds powerfully to the demands you place upon it in the gym. The stronger your commitment to fueling your body correctly, the stronger and more muscular you will become. One of the most important principles in building stronger muscles is progressive overload. Your body adapts to the stress you place on it, and once it adjusts, it no longer sees the need to grow. If you lift the same weight for the same number of repetitions every week, your muscles will quickly adapt and stop developing. Progressive overload ensures that your body never becomes too comfortable. By consistently increasing the demands on your muscles through more weight, more repetitions, more sets, or more intensity, you force your muscles to keep growing. Progressive overload doesn't just mean piling on as much weight as possible. It's a steady, strategic approach. Sometimes it means adding a few extra pounds to the bar. Other times it means squeezing out one more repetition with the same weight, or reducing your rest time to increase intensity. The idea is to challenge your muscles in a way that they haven't been challenged before. This constant demand signals to your body, we must adapt, we must grow stronger. Think about how the human body is designed. It adapts to survive. If you keep carrying heavier loads, your muscles adapt by becoming stronger and bigger. If you challenge your endurance by doing more repetitions, your stamina improves. Progressive overload works with this natural design of the body. It takes advantage of your body's ability to evolve under stress, but only if you provide that stress consistently and intelligently. What many people misunderstand is that progressive overload requires patience. You cannot go from lifting 100 pounds today to 200 pounds next week without risking injury. Growth happens gradually. Adding even a small increase over time adds up to big results. That's why tracking your workouts is so important. When you write down the weight, reps, and sets you do, you can see your progress and know exactly where to push harder. The beauty of progressive overload is that it works for everyone, whether you are a beginner lifting light weights or an advanced athlete handling heavy loads. The principle is the same: do a little more over time. Beginners often see fast progress because their bodies are adapting to something entirely new. For advanced lifters, the gains may be slower, but the principle still applies. No matter your level, you cannot escape the truth that progress requires increasing effort. Progressive overload also trains the mind as much as the body. When you push yourself to do more than you did last time, you train your brain to embrace discomfort. The moment you decide to push out one extra repetition when your muscles are burning is the moment growth happens, not just physical growth, but mental strength too. You prove to yourself that you can go beyond your limits, and that belief spreads into other areas of your life. Rest and recovery play a role in progressive overload as well. Your muscles do not grow while you are lifting. They grow while you are resting. Overloading the body without giving it time to repair leads to exhaustion or injury. That's why balance is key. You must push your body hard, but also respect its need for recovery. It is during rest that your muscles rebuild themselves stronger, ready to face the next challenge you place upon them. Small improvements might not feel significant in the moment, but they build over time. Adding 2 extra pounds to your lift or doing just 1 more rep may seem small today, but week after week, month after month, these tiny increases create massive changes. That's how champions are built, not by giant leaps, but by steady, disciplined progress that compounds over time. Progressive overload also requires humility. You must accept where you are today and build from there rather than comparing yourself to others. Your journey is about becoming stronger than your past self, not stronger than the person next to you. When you embrace this principle, every workout becomes a personal battle against yesterday's version of you. Each victory, no matter how small, moves you forward. In the end, progressive overload is the key that unlocks lasting muscle growth and strength. Without it, even the most disciplined training program will stall. With it, your body has no choice but to grow, adapt, and evolve into a stronger version of itself. It is the principle that separates those who maintain average results from those who build powerful physiques that last. When it comes to building stronger muscles, training alone is never enough. You can push yourself in the gym, sweat, lift, and grind for hours. But without proper nutrition, your body will not respond the way you want it to. Muscles are built from the nutrients you put into your body, not just from the weights you lift. If you want to see growth and strength, you need to give your body the fuel it needs to recover, repair, and rebuild. Training is the spark, but nutrition is the fire that keeps the engine running. Every repetition in the gym creates tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It is through repairing these tears that your muscles grow back stronger. But your body cannot repair what it does not have the resources for. Protein becomes the building block of muscle repair, and without enough of it, your body will struggle to recover. Carbohydrates are the fuel that energize your workouts and help restore your muscles after training, while healthy fats support hormones that are essential for strength and growth. Each macronutrient plays a role in your progress, and when they are balanced correctly, they turn your training into real results. Think of food as your body's construction material. If your body is a building site and your workouts are the architects, then food is the bricks and cement that hold the structure together. No matter how great the blueprint is, without the right materials, the building will never stand tall. In the same way, without proper nutrition, your body will always fall short of its potential. That's why focusing on what goes onto your plate is just as important as what you do with the barbell. It's not just about eating more food. It's about eating the right food at the right time. Consuming protein throughout the day ensures a steady supply of amino acids for muscle repair. Eating carbohydrates around your workouts gives you the energy to perform at your best and then refuel afterward. Healthy fats, like those from nuts, seeds, olive oil, or fish, keep your body's hormonal system working optimally, which is critical for building strength. The timing and quality of your meals matter just as much as the quantity. Hydration is also an often overlooked part of nutrition. Your muscles are made up of a large percentage of water, and even slight dehydration can reduce your performance and recovery. Water transports nutrients to your muscles and helps flush out waste from training. Without proper hydration, your energy drops, your strength suffers, and your progress slows down. Many people underestimate how much water their body needs, but staying hydrated is one of the simplest and most powerful steps you can take to improve muscle growth. Consistency in nutrition is where many people fail. They eat well for a few days or weeks, but fall back into poor habits quickly. Building muscle requires consistency in every area: consistent training, consistent rest, and consistent nutrition. Your body thrives on steady input. You cannot expect to eat properly once in a while and see lasting results. The body builds itself daily based on what you feed it, so every meal becomes an opportunity to move closer to or further away from your goals. Another important part of nutrition is avoiding foods that break down your progress. Excessive sugar, processed junk, and unhealthy oils slow your recovery, add unnecessary fat, and create energy crashes that weaken your workouts. Discipline in the kitchen is just as important as discipline in the gym. Learning to say no to what harms your progress is a form of self-control that strengthens not just your body, but also your mindset. Meal preparation can help eliminate excuses. Many people fail in their nutrition not because they don't know what to eat, but because they fail to plan. Preparing meals in advance ensures you always have healthy options available. This removes the temptation of grabbing fast food or skipping meals when life gets busy. Just as you prepare for a workout by setting goals and warming up, you prepare for success in nutrition by having the right meals ready to go. Nutrition also teaches patience. Just like lifting weights, you won't see results overnight. Eating the right food consistently builds strength and muscle slowly, but the changes are real and lasting. It may take weeks or months to notice the difference, but when it shows, it becomes undeniable proof that your discipline pays off. This patience in nutrition mirrors the patience you need in training, making it a test of long-term dedication. At the core, nutrition is the silent partner of strength training. It works behind the scenes, fueling your workouts, repairing your body, and shaping your physique. Without it, even the hardest training will eventually hit a wall. With it, your training becomes a powerful force that transforms your body and builds muscle that is strong, durable, and lasting. When you think about building stronger muscles, it's easy to focus on the heavy lifts, the advanced techniques, or the new workout programs. But none of these matter without consistency. The real progress in strength and muscle growth comes from showing up day after day, putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is what separates those who talk about goals from those who achieve them. It is not about doing something big once. It's about doing the small things repeatedly until they become habits that transform your body. Every workout builds upon the last one. Missing a single day may not feel like much, but when missed days become a pattern, they add up. On the other hand, when you remain consistent, each session contributes to the foundation of your strength. Your body responds to repetition and routine, not occasional effort. Just like a plant grows with regular sunlight and water, your muscles grow with steady training and attention. Sporadic effort will always produce sporadic results. Consistency creates discipline, and discipline creates results. When you show up consistently, even on days when you feel tired, busy, or unmotivated, You strengthen not just your muscles, but also your mindset. Your brain begins to understand that training is not optional. It's part of who you are. Over time, it stops being something you struggle to fit into your schedule and starts being something that naturally belongs in your life. This shift in identity is one of the most powerful outcomes of consistency. Think of consistency as the slow hammer that carves out strength. A single strike may not break the stone, but repeated strikes in the same spot eventually split it. The same goes for your body. You may not notice big changes after 1 week or even 2, but months of consistent training will reveal results that are undeniable. The mirror may not change overnight, but your endurance, strength, and confidence begin to grow silently in the background until one day they shine visibly. Consistency also builds momentum. When you stick to your routine, each completed workout gives you the motivation to do the next one. The energy of consistency carries you forward, making it easier to continue. Breaking that rhythm, however, makes it harder to return. That's why people who stop training for long periods often struggle to get back. Momentum is powerful. It can either work for you when you are consistent or against you when you are not. Even the best designed workout program means nothing if it is not followed consistently. People often get distracted by switching programs, chasing shortcuts, or looking for faster results. In reality, almost any solid program will work if you give it enough time. The problem is not usually the program. It's the person's inability to stick with it. Consistency is what turns an average plan into a powerful tool for growth. Consistency doesn't just affect physical growth, it impacts recovery as well. When your training is steady, your body adapts better to the workload. Your muscles, joints, and nervous system learn to handle the demands you place on them. Inconsistent training, however, shocks the body in unpredictable ways, leading to more soreness, fatigue, and even injuries. Just as your strength builds slowly, your resilience also builds with consistent practice. It's important to understand that consistency is not about perfection. It's not about never missing a day, but about never letting small breaks turn into big gaps. Life will always bring challenges, unexpected events, or days when you cannot train. Consistency means bouncing back immediately, not letting setbacks control you. Missing once is normal, but missing twice becomes a habit. Consistency is about minimizing gaps and always returning to the plan. The beauty of consistency is that it builds results in layers. At first, it may feel like nothing is changing, but each layer adds strength, muscle, and discipline. Just like building a wall brick by brick, your progress becomes stronger the longer you commit. Over time, your body transforms into something that reflects every single session you didn't skip. This kind of growth cannot be rushed. It can only be earned through steady effort. Consistency is not just the key to building stronger muscles. It's the key to building a stronger character. The discipline you develop in the gym through consistent training carries over into every area of life. It teaches patience, resilience, and the importance of daily effort. It shows you that success is not a sudden event, but the result of countless days of consistent choices stacked together until greatness becomes unavoidable. No matter how hard you train, without right nutrition, your muscles will never reach their full potential. Training breaks down your muscles, but food repairs and rebuilds them stronger than before. This is why nutrition is not just an addition to your workout plan. It is the foundation that supports all your effort. You cannot out-train a poor diet. If you want stronger muscles, you need to fuel your body with the right nutrients in the right amounts, consistently. Protein is the building block of muscle, and without enough of it, your body will struggle to repair the damage from intense workouts. Every rep, every set creates micro tears in your muscle fibers, and protein is the material your body uses to repair those fibers. This repair process is what makes muscles bigger and stronger. If your body lacks protein, the hard work you put in at the gym won't translate into visible progress. That's why making protein-rich foods a priority is essential. Carbohydrates often get overlooked, but they are your body's primary source of fuel for heavy lifting and intense training. Without enough carbs, your energy levels drop, your workouts suffer, and you struggle to push yourself to the next level. Carbs replenish the glycogen in your muscles, ensuring that you can perform at your best and recover faster. Skipping carbs is like trying to drive a powerful car with an empty gas tank. You won't go far. Fats are equally important because they help regulate hormones that are essential for muscle growth and recovery. Testosterone and growth hormone, which play a key role in building muscle, depend on healthy fats for balance. Eliminating fats from your diet in the name of clean eating often leads to fatigue, weakness, and slower gains. The key is not avoiding fats, but choosing the right kinds, such as those from nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fish. Hydration is another part of nutrition that cannot be ignored. Water is critical for muscle function, nutrient delivery, and recovery. Even slight dehydration can lead to fatigue, cramps, and reduced performance. Muscles themselves are made largely of water, and staying hydrated keeps them functioning optimally. Training hard without enough water is like trying to run a machine without oil. It breaks down faster. Timing your nutrition also makes a difference. Eating before a workout provides your body with the fuel it needs to perform, while eating after a workout provides the nutrients needed for recovery and growth. A balanced meal with protein and carbs after training accelerates muscle repair and ensures that your body doesn't waste valuable energy reserves. Skipping post-workout meals slows progress and keeps you stuck in the same place. Supplements can help, but they are never a substitute for real food. Many people waste money chasing supplements while ignoring the basics of nutrition. A protein shake can fill a gap, but it won't replace a balanced diet of whole foods. Supplements are meant to support, not replace, consistent healthy eating. When the foundation of your nutrition is strong, supplements can provide a small boost, but without that foundation, they are almost useless. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking of nutrition as temporary, something they only focus on for a short period. Building stronger muscles requires long-term commitment, not quick fixes. Your diet should be sustainable, balanced, and aligned with your goals. Crash diets or extreme restrictions always backfire, leading to fatigue, injuries, or giving up altogether. Real results come from a steady and realistic approach to eating. It's also important to remember that nutrition impacts more than just your muscles. It fuels your energy, sharpens your focus, and improves your overall health. When you eat well, your workouts feel stronger, your recovery feels faster, and your confidence grows. The gym doesn't exist in isolation. It is supported by every meal you eat, every ounce of water you drink, and every choice you make outside the weight room. Nutrition is not something you do once. It is something you live by. Every meal is an opportunity to support your goals. Every bite is a chance to either move forward or hold yourself back. Stronger muscles are not only built by the weights you lift, but also by the foods you choose daily. When you respect your body enough to fuel it properly, you give yourself the strength, recovery, and energy needed to train harder, grow stronger, and become the best version of yourself. One of the biggest misconceptions in fitness is believing that progress only happens inside the gym. People often think the more they train, the faster they will grow. But the truth is, your muscles don't grow when you lift weights. They grow when you rest and recover. Training creates the stimulus, but recovery allows that stimulus to turn into real growth. Ignoring recovery is like planting seeds but never watering them. No matter how much effort you put in, you won't see the harvest. When you push yourself through heavy lifts, your muscles experience microscopic tears. These tears need time and proper conditions to heal. And when they do, the fibers grow back stronger than before. But if you constantly break them down without giving them the chance to recover, you risk not only halting your progress, but also injuring yourself. Overtraining leads to fatigue, burnout, and sometimes even long-term damage that can set you back months. Sleep is the most powerful recovery tool you have, yet it is often underestimated. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which is essential for repairing muscle tissue and building strength. Skipping sleep or cutting it short weakens your recovery and reduces your performance in the gym. No supplement, no shortcut, no hack can replace the benefits of quality rest. Your muscles depend on it, and without it, your progress will always be limited. Active recovery is another overlooked aspect of building stronger muscles. Taking time to stretch, foam roll, or do light movement on rest days improves blood circulation and helps nutrients reach your muscles faster. It also prevents stiffness, improves flexibility, and reduces the risk of injury. Recovery does not always mean complete stillness. Sometimes it means moving lightly to allow your body to heal more effectively. Nutrition plays a role in recovery just as much as it does in training. Protein provides the raw materials for rebuilding, carbohydrates replenish depleted energy stores, and water keeps every system functioning properly. If you neglect post-workout nutrition, you slow down recovery, and your muscles remain in a weakened state. Proper fueling after training is the difference between bouncing back stronger or dragging your body into the next workout unprepared. Listening to your body is a skill that many lifters ignore. Pain, exhaustion, or constant soreness are not badges of honor. They are signals that your body needs more time to recover. Ignoring these signals doesn't make you tougher. It makes you reckless. A champion understands the difference between pushing through challenge and ignoring the warning signs of injury. Respecting your body's need for recovery ensures you can train harder, longer, and safer in the future. Recovery is not just physical, it's mental as well. Training is demanding, and over time it can drain your motivation if you never give yourself breaks. Rest days refresh not only your muscles but also your mindset, keeping your passion alive. They allow you to come back into the gym with focus, drive, and intensity instead of dragging yourself in with half-hearted effort. Strong results come from a balanced cycle of work and rest. Another key aspect of recovery is understanding that it is an investment, not a waste of time. Many people feel guilty taking days off, as if rest means weakness. But the opposite is true. Rest is what turns effort into results. Professional athletes schedule their recovery just as carefully as their training because they know both are equally important. If the strongest in the world value recovery, so should you. Patience is also tied to recovery. Muscles are not built overnight, and rushing the process by skipping rest days only slows you down. The body has a rhythm, and you cannot force it to grow faster by piling on more workouts. Respecting the natural pace of recovery shows discipline, wisdom, and long-term thinking, which are the qualities that separate those who burn out quickly from those who last. True strength is not only about how much weight you can lift, but also about how well you can manage your body's need for balance. Training hard builds resilience, but recovery makes you complete. It is in the quiet moments of rest that the transformation truly happens. Recovery is not weakness, it is strategy, it is discipline, and it is one of the strongest tools you have in building a body that lasts a lifetime. Motivation is what gets most people started on their fitness journey. It's the spark that pushes you to buy gym clothes, sign up for a membership, or begin a new program. But motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather, sometimes strong, sometimes absent. And relying on it alone means your training will always be inconsistent. That's why discipline is greater than motivation. It ensures you keep moving forward even when the spark fades. When you rely on discipline, you no longer wait for the perfect move, the perfect time, or the perfect burst of energy. You simply show up because it's what you promised yourself. Discipline transforms your training from an occasional event into a daily commitment. It's about saying, I will do this no matter how I feel, and following through without hesitation. This consistency is what builds real results in the long run. Discipline creates habits, and habits are stronger than moods. When you make training part of your lifestyle, it becomes automatic, just like eating or brushing your teeth. You don't debate with yourself every day about whether or not to do it, it just happens. Over time, you realize that this discipline frees you from the ups and downs of motivation, because your actions no longer depend on temporary feelings. In fitness, the people who succeed aren't always the most motivated, but they are always the most disciplined. They don't train because they feel like it every day. They train because they made a promise to themselves, and they refuse to break it. That kind of mindset builds not only strength in the gym, but strength in life. Discipline is what teaches you to stick to your word, to endure struggle, and to keep moving even when no one is watching. Discipline also protects you from excuses. Motivation can be easily silenced by a long day at work, bad weather, or tiredness. But discipline doesn't listen to excuses, it listens only to commitment. It forces you to rise above distractions and push through the obstacles that stop others. This separation is what allows disciplined individuals to stand out. They keep progressing while others quit. Another powerful aspect of discipline is that it creates momentum. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build confidence in yourself. You prove that you are capable of following through, and this fuels even greater action. This cycle compounds over time, giving you the inner strength to tackle bigger challenges in fitness and beyond. It's not the loud bursts of motivation that transform you. It's the quiet, steady discipline you practice daily. Discipline also teaches you patience. Motivation wants quick results, but discipline is willing to put in the work day after day, even when the results take time. It helps you stay calm when progress is slow, because you trust the process. You no longer chase instant gratification. You focus on building something lasting. That patience pays off, because true transformation always takes longer than expected. The beauty of discipline is that it sharpens your mind as much as your body. When you push yourself to train on days you don't feel like it, you build mental toughness. You train your brain to understand that feelings are temporary, but commitments are permanent. This strength of character carries into other areas of life. You become more focused at work, more responsible in relationships, and more resilient in challenges. Discipline also becomes a form of self-respect. Every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that your word has value. You show that you can be trusted to keep promises, even the ones made in private. Over time, this builds unshakable confidence because you know you can rely on yourself no matter what. That kind of trust cannot be bought. It must be earned through discipline. At the end of the day, discipline is what turns ordinary people into champions. Motivation can start the fire, but only discipline keeps it burning. It is discipline that pushes you through the hardest workouts, that makes you stick to your nutrition, that gets you out of bed when it would be easier to stay under the covers. It is the foundation of everything in fitness, because without it, nothing else lasts. The truth about fitness, strength, and building muscle is that there is no finish line. Too many people believe that once they hit a certain weight on the bench press, or once they see a 6-pack in the mirror, the journey is complete. But the reality is that fitness is a lifelong pursuit. The moment you stop growing, you start regressing. The body thrives on constant challenge, and as long as you are alive, there is always another level of strength, endurance, and discipline waiting to be reached. Every achievement you make in the gym should not be seen as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone to something greater. When you hit one personal record, it should fuel the hunger for the next. When you sculpt one part of your body, it should motivate you to improve another. The journey never ends because self-improvement never ends. You don't stop when you reach a goal. You evolve into someone who creates new goals, bigger goals, and goals that keep you chasing greatness. The endless nature of this journey is not something to fear, but something to embrace. If there were a final destination, the excitement would fade. But because the path is infinite, you always have purpose. The gym becomes more than a place to lift weight. It becomes a symbol of constant growth. Each day you walk in, you know there is work to be done, progress to be made, and lessons to be learned. This mindset keeps you sharp, focused, and alive with energy. The beauty of a never-ending journey is that it keeps you humble. No matter how strong you get, there is always someone stronger. No matter how disciplined you are, there are still levels of focus you have yet to reach. This humbles you, reminding you that greatness is not a place you arrive at. It's a path you walk daily. This humility pushes you to stay consistent, to avoid complacency, and to keep striving for higher standards.